So Jim Knowles is doing some amazing mix of coverages, as I've been saying, for this game and for the season. And he's been doing this for a while. And he used to do it with a 3 safety package. But right now, they're trying to call it that 3 safety thing, but it's really not, because Jordan Hancock is more like a cornerback. And Denzel Burke's a cornerback but played safety at one point. So really, it's 5 DBs. And I remember in the training camp, in the fall camp, Jim Knowles was trying to tell people this when they were interviewing him about what positions everybody's playing. It's sort of like the Shanahan ideal, Kyle Shanahan on offense, of positionless. He's got 5 DBs. Call them what you want. Now, Ransom and Downs really don't play that cornerback role, but really Downs has been everywhere from linebacker to nickelback if you're trying to pinhole stuff. So in the end of the day, it's 5 DBs is what he's looking at here. And the way he was using them in this game plan was the Tampa looks. Now, what is Tampa? Well, I'm not going to go into the history of that right now, but basically you have, I mean, it actually started with the Pittsburgh Steelers in the 70s, believe it or not. They'll leave you with that. But so it's not just Tampa Bay, but it did the word Tampa came from the Tampa Bay stuff. So you used to have a linebacker come back, because when you'd have 2 deep safeties, you had the hole in the middle. You got a guy playing that hole, okay? Now you can use anybody to do that. Well, Caleb Downs is that guy, and he's brilliant. If you have a great athlete like this that can do everything, he's big, he's fast, strong, linebacker, nickelback, safety, he can do it all. So he's in that whole area causing chaos in this game. You love it. And from a very simple scheme, but not simple for the offense. So in this one play, I want to show you where it looks like that Tampa 2 look, but is it Tampa 5? When you have 5 DBs in a shell on it, that's the guy in the hole with the 2 safeties, but the 2 cornerbacks are not just clouding, but really shelling. It's like a form of clouding. You know, they're shelling the corner to the flat area, okay? Or a Tampa 7, which is then you have the linebackers involved, also, you know, angling in a way and creating leverage for the inside stuff. So it's what sometimes they call it bracket, but it's not exactly a bracket, but it's a shell. And the linebackers, so, you know, when I say like cover 7, this is a match coverage that Saban created, Nick Saban and Belichick, but mainly Saban. But the point is, this isn't just like me trying to make sound like interesting. It's truly a 7-man shell or a 5-man shell or a 2-man or whatever. So Tampa can be a Tampa 2, a Tampa 5, a Tampa 7. So I'm going to show you in one play, you can almost see all of that. And then you can see it seems to morph into maybe something completely different than that. And that's it's so flexible. And that's what he's doing. He's got a simple idea and it's morphing into all kinds of stuff after the snap. Okay, here we go. Right off the bat, there's the Tampa look, I'm telling you. There's Downs in the hole, 2 safeties, right? What about these guys, these cornerbacks? Looks like press on this side, right? They'll do that a lot. But check it out. Oh, backing out. And now look at this look. Downs is really settling in the hole. These 2 guys are back in a cloud situation. We are talking, count them with me, 5. 5 DB, this is Tampa 5 look. This is a shell where the deep corner, the seams, you know, the holes, the middle, and the deep corners will be taken care of. Everything's shelled back here. Now, if you bring these linebackers back into here, and they're overhanged, in the first 2 series, in the beginning of the game, Ohio State was more in the box. And it wasn't a matter of the set on the other side. They were expecting maybe more power, which the game started off with that. And, you know, now they're up by 2 touchdowns. This is more how they looked against Tennessee. Now, this isn't spread out like Tennessee. Okay, but this is spread out enough, and they're expecting pass now with Oregon down 2 touchdowns. But I love it. You got 5 guys. If this guy turns and leverages on the inside and he leverages on the inside, you really are talking about a Tampa 7. And actually a cover 7 is when there's 3 receivers to one side a lot of times. That's why it was developed by Nick Saban. This safety would be over there leveraging as well. And you'd have 4 over 3 and 3 over 2. But here it's a Tampa look. So we want the hole covered up, you know? And the way they do it in the regular cover 7, one of these 2 safeties will like make sure to match up so that they cover anything in the and then a guy, one of the guys up in here, linebackers, overhangs, whatever, will want to match up it down the middle. So that there's different ways to do it, different assignments. In this particular situation, it is Tampa. Now, what are we going to see here? Well, first of all, Will Stein's trying to dig into his bag of tricks now, because they're down. He's got to figure this out. He was not prepared for the game plan of Ohio State and a little bit caught off guard, just like Dan Lanning on the other side. So we have a motion. Oh, it's an orbit motion. That's coming here, circle around, and go back over there. Okay? So it ends up, you can see Downs yelling stuff, but now he's like, no, get back to your position. But look at already this guy. Is that Hancock, who's playing kind of safety, coming up. So he's already coming up. Now Downs is heading back, and this safety's not coming up too much yet, but a little bit. So it makes me wonder. It's obviously not a 7. You see the overhang guys, and of course it's a run. It's going to be a reverse. So they're already come. But I don't think they were dropping back. I think it was either a Tampa 5 look or literally we were going back into a offset cover 3, match 3. We have one safety come down. This guy comes up. This cornerback comes back and then Downs heads to the deep middle. So out of this Tampa look, and again, that's what I'm talking about, the flexibility of the post-snap design by Jim Knowles in such a simple way. I'm telling you guys, this is eluding a lot of you. This isn't like, oh, he's not really doing anything. It's just Tampa. It's just cover 2. No, it's much more than this. But it's simple for the players. They know exactly what they're doing. I'm telling you, Gabriel and those guys don't know what's going on. And then it's protective because they jumped into a cover 3. Yes, it was the right call at the right time. It doesn't always work that way. But because they jumped into a cover 3, they had an extra man down, which was this guy. And it really helped on the reverse. But anyway, so again, Gabriel's looking at this. God forbid this was a pass because he doesn't know what's going on right now. Wait, they were Tampa, and they're going to have 5 guys deep, DBs in the shell. But wait a minute. Now this guy dropped down on that orbit motion. He's supposed to get some signs from the orbit motion. He wants to, is this man to man or whatever? No, it's not man. He's not getting any. He's like, I'm not sure because this guy's dropping down. And now this whole player in the Tampa is racing back. Well, it was going to be a 3. This guy was going to move over here for this deep third. He's got this deep third. He's got the deep middle. This safety's crashing down. This cornerback's crashing down. It's almost like a pseudo inverted cover 5 because these guys maybe are staying back enough. But it's hard to tell because it was a reverse. They didn't go into pass. So without the pass, I can't really tell exactly. But look, you can see the 3 is forming here. So are these 2 included in the shell? I'm not sure. But again, I'm not just saying numbers to make it all fun. It's real numbers. Now, if it's a 5-man shell or a 3-man shell, I'm not sure. I think it was 3. But here we go. It's a reverse. And because we have the safety crashing down, or that DB, and then these guys, and then we have a really good defensive line that was on the wrong side because they got screwed up. Okay, so watch this play out. So they were slanting this to the left, but then they see it maybe going over here. So see everybody's over there, but this edge guy stayed there. And let's see who gets what. Let's see when this safety crashes down. Let's see this Cody Simon, the overhang linebacker. He's not sure what's going on. Now he sees it's a reverse, but he's going to get blocked. But the safety's crashing down. There it is. That crash down into a cover 3 was huge. And, of course, gives time now for this. And there you go. And that's Burke coming up from his cover 3 position. Match 3. Yeah, and then, oh, my goodness. Is that Iggy? Yep. Unbelievable, because he was crashing down out of the Tampa look into 3, and he wasn't going to be the deep third. So look at him, because he's able to look in the backfield. And again, this all comes from playing zone, not from blitzing and playing tight press coverage. It's from the tricky zone stuff that Knowles is doing. Yeah. So Iggy, oh, I'm sorry, I got the wrong guy. That was the edge guy. Okay, but that would have helped if the guy cut back. Okay, so much for that. But anyways, but now it's just good. They're coming down. They're crashing down. There's the reverse. Is that a lineman or Sonny? I think it's Sonny. Sonny Stein, linebacker. Yep. So he was looking over there. But again, this thing gets slowed up because of the crash downs here. You see Zach's circling these guys. But I think he's amazed by the way they're crashing down. So good, triggering, But I'm telling you, it's the scheme design that's creating some of this and the right play call at the right time. Doesn't always happen that way, but yeah, so there's just a look. My point here wasn't the great play and the play call. It was just this incredible flexible design of Jim Knowles using 5 DBs morphing into what? Tampa 2, Tampa 3, Tampa 5, Tampa 7, cover, match 3. You can move into a match 2, you can move into a quarters, or you can move into one man. all this stuff, and very simple and quick. And these players, most importantly, know what they're doing. And since they know what they're doing, because it's not so complicated to them, it looks complicated to the offense. For them, they know what they're doing, and then they can use their talent, their speed, and fly to the ball, no hesitation. And this is when you have massive, great defense. So there you have it, the Knowles 5 DB Flex. I mean, it doesn't just flex into all kinds of Tampa looks. It can flex into any kind of shell, okay? And in this case, it brought down a safety because they went into a 3-match, and it was the right play call. And why the right play call? Well, they were up 14-0. You expect to pass, but it's not that out of hand. And Will Stein's too smart to just sit there and throw it all over the place, so he does a reverse. And Knowles even expected that. I think Knowles was crashing someone down in case they did run it, on, even though they were spread out a bit. So that's power spread stuff. So, again, both Lanning and Stein really weren't that prepared, and I'm a little surprised they weren't a little more prepared, especially the defense. But even Stein a bit. Where were the RPOs, the RTOs? I was right off the bat. Where was that? But it was almost like, hey, the game plan worked before. We're going to stick towards that game plan on both sides of their ball. And that's crazy if you saw the Tennessee game, especially for Oregon's defense to be looking for run all the time. That was crazy. Stein didn't do so bad, but too, a little bit off on the game plan. And Knowles just, this 5 DB flex stuff that he's doing, people are going to be looking at this all off season. And I'm telling you, they were looking at Knowles before. You can check out Cody Alexander. He does all this stuff. It's good stuff. Match Quarters, his site. But they were talking 3 safety. This is not 3 safety. This is 5 DBs. I don't care what you call them. It's positionless DBs, 5 DB flex, into all kinds of stuff.